There are people that think that they are having the Titans are releasing black jerseys this weekend. When when everybody already knows it was just oil that was leaking onto the jersey because they're wearing Oiler jerseys.
Right.
Oh, yeah. They could do black jerseys though with like the teal. That would work.
Taking us off Twitch for now. It's fine. Whatever. Why is this on there anyway? Even though I just got the email that we're live. It would work, but like still like it's funny.
I think they probably have had black jerseys before.
Maybe
not the Titans.
Not the Titans haven't. Did you ever see Steve McNair in a black jersey except for when he was in Baltimore?
No, those jerseys were sick though. Steve McNair in Baltimore broke my heart. I'll be completely honest.
The Ravens black jerseys are my favorite. One of my favorites.
The Titans had so many battles with that early 2000s Ravens team, and then he just went there. That was heartbreaking.
That was like Donovan going to Washington.
Almost, although Washington was bad.
Right.
I used that on an NFL Immaculate Grid today. Donovan McNabb on the Eagles.
Yeah, he did.
Steven, I don't know if you know this. Danny and I are just have an Immaculate Grid chat now. It's just him and I Immaculate Gridding each other.
I literally don't even do them.
We do it every morning.
Every morning, he obviously.
Yeah, but you guys have time on the train. I get to work and I get in the truck and I got to start driving. I can't.
I do it on my morning shit.
Right, I do. Well, and I do it on the train.
I wait till midnight, and I'm like, oh, I'm still up. Okay, let me get half of it.
Midnight's usually when I find the TikToks of the rarity score guy,
crazy
doing
guy,
it.
yeah,
fucking Aaron Hill, 0.5% because he got Aaron Hill.
Yeah.
It was fun turning the tables on Vin for him finally messing up on one time.
There's a hockey one.
Oh, I suck at the hockey one too.
The football one was good.
The football one was good. Yeah, I think I did. I get it today. No, I did.
Pages are like taking all of them over.
No, you did. You sent it to me. I'm almost positive you did.
I forgot that I had pulled Morton Anderson out of my ass the last.
Yes, that's right.
Wow. Okay, so I have.
It was Chiefs Vikings, Steven, and I didn't put Jared Allen. Jared Allen was just out of my mind.
Vikings.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's how much you hate Jared Allen.
Exactly what I said to Danny. I was like, I just blocked him out of my mind.
That's like Danny forgetting about Manny Machado with.
Yeah, that was
with
the best.
I remember we're at the Mets game, and Vin's like, Steven, who do you think about Baltimore and Padres when you think about a grid?
Yeah, that was one of the bad days. I must have just had no sleep.
In fairness, it feels like it's been like 20 years since he played for the.
Correct. No, yeah.
It was one of those. All right, I'm up at 5:30, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wasn't him on the Orioles it was like him and Evan Longoria battling. Like Longoria was a Ray. Like those were the years, weren't they? Probably before that, right?
No, it was roughly those years. Elong's prime was a little before his, but roughly those.
2012, yeah.
Yeah,
he got called up in 2012.
Right. Well, and Elong was up, in 2009, I think, when Tampa was in the first World Series.
Longoria got called up in 2008 was his rookie year. Yeah, because he won Rookie of the Year in 2008.
So it's
a couple years apart, but still
close. They left around the same time. They left there because I think.
Well, Longoria didn't have a choice because he wanted to make money.
But Manny got traded, and that was 2019. I think he got traded to the Dodgers.
Okay. I also have the start of the show ready to go.
I'm ready.
Welcome, episode 361 Sndpodcast. It's been a couple of weeks. Danny's got like crazy scientist hair going over there.
Yeah, it's been one of those days, and I did not look at the mirror.
It's the heat right now is doing it to everybody.
That was brutal.
Gross.
So this is kind of just like a cat show. So I actually have a start to the show for us tonight. We're gonna talk a little. I got two football questions for you guys related to the same. It's gonna lead into my first baseball question to get us into.
Ready? Oh, I don't know how that's gonna work.
You'll see. It's actually like strange how I made this connection.
Where was the 2016 All-Star game?
Well, that I'm studying for when we go to Delaware. So with that being said, I was listening to the Kelsey Brothers podcast this week in the Heights. They had Edelman on. Very good listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that too.
So the clips.
It's actually a good podcast. Even when they don't have a guest, it's a good podcast.
I mean, they're entertaining guys.
The guest makes it better. Also, Danny, you would love the Vrabel and Bussin' with the Boys this week.
Yeah, okay.
He is one of the guys.
Oh, he's
Clearly.
a man.
He's a football player. That's what he is.
He hasn't stopped being a football player.
So Edelman was on, and towards the end of the interview, they always ask a bunch of like basically rapid questions. They have a name for the segment. I forgot what it was. But anyway, one of the questions, and I thought this was interesting. I'm gonna give you guys the Cliff Notes version of what he said back to them for the answer, and then you guys could respond to it. Where does his catch against the Falcons rank in Super Bowl history? And his reaction was, that wasn't even a catch. That was a reaction play from the ball getting kicked, where he puts Tyree at 1 and he has Santonio Holmes at 2.
I put Santonio Holmes at 1. Personally,
you want to get your feet down. How many people can hold a football to their head?
But I think, similar to what Jules is saying in that, the Tyree thing is more of a reaction than Santonio was just nasty at making those kinds of catches. It's very close. And also, the Santonio one was actually a touchdown. So, I give a slight edge to that one.
Yeah, but if Tyree doesn't catch the ball, then the Patriots go 19-0.
Oh, I know, but I mean, if I'm asking,
then you have to hear about the Patriots being. Then you have to hear about.
If you're putting it in which one would I have rather not happened, I'm probably going. I don't know. I would have rather.
You rather take a Super Bowl ring? You rather have?
No, I would have rather given Kurt Warner a Super Bowl ring for sure. So yeah, I'll take away Santonio Holmes.
Second.
It's insane. Kurt Warner lost on.
It's more of giving Larry Fitzgerald one.
Okay, yeah, but I love Kurt Warner. I want to give him as many Super Bowl rings as he needs. Still never watched that movie though.
I'm not watching.
I haven't either. I will never see that.
Nope, absolutely not.
That's gonna be that movie that like it's on like TNT and you're about to fall asleep and you just put it on because you're about to fall asleep. And
Nicole and my mom watched 80 for Brady and I caught the tail end to them. And Nicole was joking. Do you think they win? Because obviously she knows, but my mom obviously doesn't care.
What Super Bowl is it even?
The Falcon one, 28-3.
Oh, okay, got
it. Okay, so
he's in 17.
The most dramatic one. So
right, could have been the fucking Ram one that was boring as fuck. I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been. Imagine like doing all that hard work for that Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, the second Rams one.
Right, the one you don't remember because they scored one touchdown.
Gronk's
like
big catch at the end was the only big play that stands out to me.
Jared Goff almost won the Super Bowl.
McVay really shit down his leg that game.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. He just wanted to get rid of Goff so he can be like, all right, Jeff Fisher's off this team now. Jeff Fisher went away.
Danny, I assume you're putting Tyree 1.
Yeah, Tyree number 1.
Well, this is an interesting question. Do you guys put Tyree over Manningham?
Yes.
Yeah, because of the situation.
Okay.
Manningham, don't get me wrong. I would give in our lifetime, I would put Manningham top 5.
The Manningham
I would
throw
say
is a better
Manningham's top
throw,
five.
100%.
Yes, but the play itself and the situation of everything, it's obviously
Tyree is 100%. So the other question, and I actually have his statistics here. Julian Edelman's career was 37 games, 620 receptions,
In the playoffs?
6,800 yards, and 36 touchdowns. Now, this is his full career.
No, it's
He only played 37
he
games.
played a hell of a lot more
137
than...
games.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay.
I heard
highly
37
confused.
games.
Oh, I must
was
have broken
what?
up. Sorry, guys. I must have broken up.
Fine.
No, it's fine. I was very confused.
Just got confused. He only scored 35 touchdowns.
36.
That's a lot.
What a dick,
I
Finn.
feel like
Just dropping one. One of my favorite parts is him talking about how Randy Moss yelled at him because he told Randy Moss to say hi
I
to
saw
his
that
mom.
clip too. I did see
Yeah.
that clip.
Why don't you talk about my mom?
So the question they asked him
Fucking Randy Moss.
they go, "Are you a Hall of Famer?" So do you guys say Julian Edelman is a Hall of Famer?
No.
By the way, his playoffs is 19 games, 18 receptions, 100 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
It's that whole debate of like what he did. He's like, all right, here's a good comparison. And I know
Is
I'm
Wes
not
Welker
far.
in the Hall of Fame?
No, I was gonna go different sport.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop different sport. He's Bernie Williams.
100%.
Okay. I can
Because
see that.
he was always the clutchest guy. The stats are always there. Unfortunately, he just misses the Hall of Fame because whatever odd reason they just can't have him in the Hall of Fame because there's 10 other Yankees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I
How
would
many
say
Yankees, like,
well, it's only 2 right now. But I was just being dramatic.
right? It's only 2, and it's only gonna be 2.
Well, yeah, it should be.
'Cause they're not gonna,
Messina. So it's 3.
Okay, he wasn't really
Right?
on the. I don't think he was really on.
Well, he didn't win championships, but he was on the Yankees.
Right,
Oh,
he was. I'm saying like on the
Philly.
dynasty team, it's just
No,
Jeter
he
and
wasn't.
Mo.
Yeah.
Like they're not
But I'm
gonna let
talking about
Clemens in.
teammates of his.
Yeah, they're not gonna let Clemens in, and Pettit, I don't think is getting in.
Yeah, Pettit
And
just
that's
misses it. Pettit's in the same boat plus the steroids as Bernie.
Correct. No, but yeah, so I think Dan
Fun fact,
makes
Messina
a
has
great
0
comparison.
wins. Mike Messina won 0 World Series.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
that's we
Right.
He was on
Yeah,
the.
but he was
from
still his
01 to 08. So all
Right.
So
those
he
years.
missed. He came in
Literally
for the
missed it.
losses. Yeah.
He had
It was him.
two World Series losses though,
Right. He came in for the losses.
because he lost to the D-backs and then he lost to the Marlins.
To the
Well, he
Marlins.
sucked in the D-back series.
Right? Didn't he get blown up in the D-backs?
Yeah, he got lit
He
up.
lost one of them like 12-0 or something.
Yeah, he
and
got
I think
lit
that
up
was his
in one of
game.
them.
Here's a fun fact.
I say no to Jules.
Julian Edelman was traded by the Jags as a 2009. So the Jaguars were supposed to draft him, and they traded the pick to the Patriots.
But even that, anybody else would have cut him like before he got to become himself.
Well,
Because
he even
I
said
heard
it
that
on the
part of the
he even said it on the
interview, yeah.
podcast. Yeah, he said it. He was like, 99% of the teams probably would have cut me. Plus, on top of that, I was ideally there. It was either be the next Wes Walker or get lost.
Yeah, but it was a hell of a career. It was just one of those improbable careers. So
I think
he'll
if it went
he'll obviously be in the Patriots Ring of Honor or whatever the Patriots do there for the Hall of Fame type of thing. He'll definitely be in theirs, but
I think that if he doesn't go down to
and
injuries,
I love Jules.
If he doesn't go down to injuries to end his career early, and
I
it
agree.
was a little bit longer, add another 50 games and 30 touchdowns.
Right. And
it gets a lot
maybe
closer.
if he wasn't hurt for the Eagles Super Bowl, that was a funny story too. Him admitting that he was drunk at the game because he obviously didn't have to suit up was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, Kelsey said he was extremely drunk at the game too when Travis was extremely drunk at the game too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that Jason's an Eagle. He's so cool.
It's like ever since he was like on the
It's like I can't
pregame
hate
show with
you.
the Magic, and it's like
Yeah, I can't hate you.
okay, so
no, wait,
this
really
is
quick.
okay.
What can you run? Do you have element stats up again? Still,
I could bring them up for you.
That, by the way, that is a nice basketball jersey for a giveaway.
I would have liked another size up, but isn't it? I was thinking about that when I put it on. I was like, I grew up getting all these giveaway shirts that were like 20 times the size of me.
Yeah,
And
you're
now I'm
that person now.
complaining they're not big enough.
Yep.
so how many yards do you have?
6,800. 6,822.
And we said 36 touchdowns.
Yep.
Yes.
36.
How many catches? Do you have it?
620.
Okay.
Ben,
so
you could read, right?
I'm not looking at my
Wow.
thing. Sorry, I'm not looking at my thing. I'm looking.
He also
What
has
are
a
you
Super Bowl.
looking at? As the
Remember,
Super Bowl
he also
MVP.
has an MVP.
I'm
Forgot all
on
about that.
another page, and the other page is the average Hall of Fame wide receiver stats, which are 748 catches, 11,532 yards, and 90 touchdowns. So, not really close.
Yeah.
I mean,
so.
it's the old adage: does the playoffs equal more? Which
Sure.
This could be one of those years where it's like he's going to be on the thing for a while. How many times is he going to get voted to like the semifinals and then lose out of making it before it's like
right, he'll be like a
there's a
committee
class
guy.
where there's only like 3 or 4 guys where they're like,
Right.
oh, let's throw Julian Edelman in there.
He would
right,
be
it's
this.
like
he
Carl
would-
Banks.
Right. He
Right.
would be second last in yards of Hall of Fame wide receivers, only to Lynn Swan, who is also
Has
I
20
think,
rings also.
a playoff thing. Right, exactly.
So, I think Lynn Swan had what, 1 MVP also?
Pretty sure.
And they won 4 Super Bowls, so
Lynn Swan has
Obviously, he has all 4. But
I would
MVP
think.
is maybe 1.
doesn't look like he has any. Lynn
I know
Swan.
Bradshaw has a couple.
I think Franco got one.
I guess
Super Bowl MVP of Super Bowl X.
1975. Okay.
Yeah, that was
So
probably
he
the game
he
he
does
made that
have
crazy
one.
catch.
Right, that was the one he made the catch in. Let's see. So the first one,
It's their second one.
that was their second one. No, I was trying to find the MVP of the first one.
Franco. It was Franco, Swan,
Oh,
and then Bradshaw. That's the
Franco.
4.
Right, Franco Swan. No, another wide receiver, Fred Bilenkov.
Belinkov, but he's on.
Oh, that was not their. That wasn't them. That was
Right,
the
because
Raiders
they didn't win
one.
them in a row. It went 2, then
Then the
Skip
Raiders.
two, then skip 2.
and then
Raiders.
Cowboys,
Cowboys.
and then they won 2 more.
No. The Cowboys won 1, and then the Steelers beat the Cowboys again.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The Cowboys. It has 2.
They played the Cowboys twice in the 4.
The Cowboys in 1977 split the Super Bowl MVP between 2 people, so it has 2 people winning the award.
Oh, okay.
So who won it up for the Cowboys then?
Randy White was the quarterback.
Yeah,
That was Danny White. He was the quarterback.
Okay.
Yeah, later though.
though.
Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah, and
so
then
how am
Bradshaw won the 2.
All right, so you guys ready? I'm going to get this into baseball now. So one of the crazy stories that he gave was how drunk he was in Vegas last year for the Patriot Vegas game. And he talked about how confused he was at the end of that game when they started laterally.
He posted the video.
Right.
It was hilarious.
Right. But he talked about how out of sync it looked and how like it's so unlike a Bill Belichick team to make such a stupid mental mistake. And it made me thinking because they asked him, they're like, "Do you think the game's starting to pass Bill by?" Like, he was very quiet about Bill on the whole episode. But it made me think, like, are we in a similar
Yes.
situation
We
for
are.
the Mets in baseball with Buck?
Yes.
I'm
I don't know that that's the case. A game can't pass you by in one season.
Because, but it's like so crazy night and day how different the Dodgers were with
they
Dave Roberts playing old school baseball, situational baseball, and we just like are staring into space when we're on the field.
I have two theories why the Mets suck this year.
I'm ready.
One,
One
the
is the car.
Monstars. Well, yeah, that's definitely one.
What's
Bad
one?
juju right away. Two, the Monstars came down and took all of our power
I agree.
of the Mets and just forgot how to play baseball. And we need like Tom Seaver or Mike Piazza to go play baseball versus them and get all our power back.
That
type
is
of
more
situation.
logical than any logical.
And
Like-
clearly it's going to be Keith Hernandez and Ron Darling.
They
who come
just
back 'cause they
didn't
work for the
drop
team.
pop-ups and boot ground balls last year. They just didn't do it.
And they would come back almost every single game.
So
and our if our pitcher pitches through the sixth inning, our like records like plus 900 or something ridiculous like that. And then when
We're
our
also
pitcher
undefeated
doesn't,
this year when the pitcher pitches in the 8th inning. Now,
yeah.
well,
So
it's only like 3 games.
it just this season just doesn't make any sense. Like every night we watch and we just like this season doesn't make sense for whatever reason. Every little thing just seems off.
What I don't,
And
yeah, go ahead.
we can't really calculate why. Is it the dynamic of the team? Is it obviously the managing? It's obviously the general managing, but it just something feels completely off this season, and there isn't that one thing that we could pinpoint realistically. Of course, we all can pinpoint about the car situation as Juju, but at the end of the day, that doesn't mean anything. But
Jeff McNeil just sucks again.
yeah, Jeff McNeil just seems to be like Dak Prescott. Sucks one year, good the next year. So next year, put all your money on him winning the batting title. No, he can't because Array is in the league now. So never mind to that.
And Otani's going to be a Met and bet 450, so it doesn't matter.
I have 2 theories. Well, I have 2 examples. The general managing, and it's not just like the roster; it's like the handling of the roster. They put Starling Marte on the IL today. He should have been on the IL in May when he was swinging a pool noodle, and Mark Vientos was here to play.
Fun fact: he was snagging fly balls today and told all the reporters he'll probably be back in the lineup tomorrow in Boston.
It was crazy when it happened. It's crazy now. I just put Pete on the IL again because he stinks.
I said that the minute he came back.
There was no point in doing it.
Yep.
I don't know. He was starting to slump a little bit before it happened.
Yeah.
He stinks. He's gonna hit under 200 in a day.
Yeah, no, it's something that's weird. And like there was a call on the fans talking crazy nonsense, which I don't believe. But that the Pete is a cancer in the locker room, that's obviously not true. Is he a try hard? Yeah.
So they did one of those ask the players about their teammate questions the other night when I was at the game, and the question was, who's the last guy on the team that you would let date your sister? And Pete was everyone's answer.
The last guy? That's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Because nothing about his personality says he would be the last guy. The last guy is Starling Marte.
Why then?
Is it though?
He's still good looking. Anyway,
that's why you want him with your sister.
Yeah. Well, you could also call Lindor fake. We can definitely, for whatever reason.
But there's like, I could see. We talked about how cringe Pete is. I could see being in. This is like when Lindor and Jeff got in a fight like 2 years ago, and I was like, oh, somebody finally got sick of Jeff McNeil being an idiot. Sure, I'm not surprised. Like, I could very much see people being annoyed by Pete Alonso, but I don't know if that's the reason they're losing. I think the part of the reason they're losing is this bullpen stinks.
Well, that's the main reason. I thought the funniest thing was there's someone like saying.
Well, we have to see Dominic Leone every night because what's his face?
By the way, got $5 million to cut a guy to get this guy. God, it's been awful.
Yeah,
Dominic Leone is the new. What the fuck was that guy's name? The Spanish guy. No, the other Spanish guy. Danny, what was his name? We blew his arm out. Miguel Castro. He's the new Miguel Castro.
Oh yeah. Did you see the bomb he gave up to Ohtani a couple weeks ago?
Miguel Castro, yeah.
I saw the dreads. I'm like, oh,
geez.
Mauricio hit another home run 9 minutes ago. That's fun.
And then
why didn't they call him up instead of Vientos?
Because they don't want to.
Because they don't want to use any of his contract. Because they're
that, and they don't want to, just in case they have to trade someone, and it's for him. He's gonna get Met stink on him.
Well, also he's the guy they want playing on a day-to-day. If he's coming up here, he's in the lineup.
Okay, but Vientos needs to be in the lineup then. Like,
that's gonna be
Mark.
Well, see, in the right world, in a good world, Vientos comes up, plays first base. Mauricio, while Pete's on the IL, Mauricio comes up to play the outfield and drops every ball that gets hit to him.
He can DH.
But at least we get to see him up here.
We have Tommy Pham now. He can DH.
Tommy Pham got pulled from the game today with an injury. He's going on the IL in the morning.
So then they'll call up. No, then Danny Mendick will come back.
Yeah, Danny Mendick.
I can't wait till we get everyday DJ Stewart starting August 1st.
God. Listen, if Pham can't play, then it's everyday DJ Stewart, and that's just it.
Football.
And we're trading Danny, and we're clearly going to trade Mark Hanna back for Jared Kalenic now that he broke his foot.
I didn't realize he broke it by kicking a water cooler. What an
idiot!
What a
he struck out. He's
still got Met stink on him. He also hasn't hit a lick since April. Like everybody was like, "Oh, the breakout's coming." Nope.
We've won. If you know how they always have, whenever Drew Smith gets a guy out, someone's like, "Oh, we won the Lucas Duda trade." Like 10 years later, we've won that Seattle trade, even with Cano still on the books.
We're still paying the guy for another 2 years, and we still won the trade. Closer's got one leg.
I feel more confident about Edwin Diaz on one leg than I would feel Jared Kalenic playing off.
Well, he's on one leg now too. So,
they're S&Y is pumping that he might be able to come back in September. Yeah, okay.
Well, when we're 30 games out, it'll be wonderful to see him pitch a game.
Wait.
Well, he's got his fucking bobblehead next month, so
he's got to come back for his bobblehead, of course.
He's got to come back. He's going to sign some autographs in the Jackie Robinson Rotunda to 10 people.
There's no way they don't have Timmy Trumpets at that game and have him fucking come out of the bullpen.
Timmy Trumpets ruined our season last year, so he better not. Or else he comes back and brings it back. Reverse the jinx.
Wait, did you guys?
Can you imagine he shows up and we're like 4 games out, and then I don't know where we're like 10 games up in the wild card?
Did you guys see the Drew Smith thing about the supermodels?
I don't watch anything that involves Drew Smith. I don't even watch him pitch.
Drew Smith last year was off to his hot start. He had his whatever ERA.
Right.
They had the SI swimsuit models show up to throw out the first pitch, and he was talking to them, whatever, and everything went downhill. The same thing happened this year. He was off to his hot start. They showed up to throw out the first pitch. He was talking to them.
Threw out the first pitch at the game against the Rays that I was at.
Right. He has a 5 ERA since then. He had a 1.5 ERA before that.
Mm.
So he's not allowed to talk supermodels anymore. Is basically what I'm saying.
That sucks.
Too bad for him. Sorry.
Well, it won't matter when he's
when he gets DFA,
winning a World Series in Cincinnati in a couple weeks. Okay.
They could use some pitching. So,
isn't it funny how the minute Diaz went down, everyone just wanted us to trade for his brother, and now it's like,
and now they're good.
Oh, and now they're actually pretty happy they didn't make that trade.
Them and the Orioles could use some starting pitching. So if they get desperate,
but we're gonna have to
Ben, because that's what we want to do is go to the game in Baltimore and watch Max Scherzer throw a perfect game against us
I'd love to if they have a good
with
prospect.
James McCann catching it.
James McCann caught a no-hitter last year.
Oh, you guys are going to Baltimore? Nice.
We're going to Baltimore on August 5th.
We're going
It's
to
about an
Delaware.
hour
We're going
and a
to
half from
Delaware.
my dad's house, so we're gonna
There you
go
go.
stay at my dad's and take a trip to old Camden Yards or whatever. I think it's still called Camden
Is it still
Yards.
called
Yeah, it's still one of the.
I
The
don't
house
think it's-
that Babe Ruth statue's outside.
Yeah.
The house that did Cal Ripken Jr. build that? I don't know.
Yes.
Well, who built that one?
Yes.
Buck
Cal
Showalter.
Ripken Jr.
Manny Machado.
Cal Ripken Jr. because he played 8,000 games
The
in a
house
row.
that Brady Anderson built is really what it is. I'm gonna use Brady Anderson on the Immaculate Grid tomorrow. Where else did he play?
Oh,
I'm pre-cheating on the Immaculate Grid,
first,
so I can be ready. I'm doing
like the guy who does it in like 12 seconds.
like that guy. Yeah, he was on the Indians, which it says Guardians now. It's the only. Oh, he played for Boston too. Okay, so I gotta remember that. Yo, if Baltimore and the Red Sox or the Guardians are up tomorrow, I'm a freak.
Finn's gonna get like a 0.2 tonight.
Brady Anderson. I got a 0.5 today, Steven. Marco Scutero, Mets Giants.
By the way, first ever unofficial game at Camden Yards was Mets Orioles.
First unofficial game?
Unofficial game. They played a preseason game before opening day.
Remember when the first game at Citi Field was like St. John's?
Yes, I was there with Joe Forelli.
Makes no sense.
Actually,
Well, it
no, it
makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they are 10 minutes away. So.
This is also, I mean, I don't even know if I want to I'm gonna bring it up. Danny, I found out some interesting things that I had no idea about your friend Mr. Snacks today. That he
Go
was
on.
on another podcast.
Yeah, he was on some little known ESPN New York radio show.
I did see that. No, I did see that. No, there's those. I don't know if you've seen them, but I see them all the time on TikTok. They're like do like the football trivia in the office. They're doing like Connect Four and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And he used to do a podcast with that guy.
Yes, Nick.
I had
Nick,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I had no
PEG,
idea.
Yeah. He's actually high school friends with them.
Yeah, I was. It was. I mean, there's some drama with them apparently because his friend got fired.
Yeah, Animal.
Yeah,
Animal's
Animal
a
got
great guy.
fired, and he was like, and he just posted a picture of the podcast. It's like that's nice. It's funny.
If I mention the name Paul Sorrentino, what would you guys think about?
Isn't that the guy who had drove in the first run for St. John's? I don't know.
He hit the first
Home run.
home run at Camden Yards.
Oh, it can. Do you know who hit the first home run at Citi Fields?
The guy on the Padres.
Padres.
Remember his name?
Third pitch that Mike Belfry threw in the game.
His name is Jody Garrett. Jody Garrett hit the first home run at Citi Field. Well,
It was fitting though that David Wright hit the first home run for the Mets in the.
He had the first World Series home run too. He did a lot.
You know a lot of firsts in that, but well,
He didn't do enough.
I'm pretty sure
The
he hit the
house that
first.
David Wright. The house
took
that
two-
David Wright built.
Yep.
You got that wrong.
wonder
the
he's got a
house
bad
that
back.
they built, the house
they
they
built
built for
for
Jose
Jose
Reyes for 20 years.
I'll never get over it.
Triples Alley down in right field with the.
I mean, that's just
freaking ball
another
going
thing.
in.
Like, we build a stadium for a guy, and then like the Ponzi
Let
scheme
him
falls
walk.
apart like 10 months later. Like just Ponzi scheme, bam.
And then
It's
he
really
walks.
unbelievable. They could have just let the Ponzi scheme go on for another couple of years so they could have signed Reyes and then blow it up.
Sign Reyes, leave him around. You know,
Yeah,
let him finally get a triple.
right. And then win another batting title, then blow it up. What a
He literally
disaster.
walked out of the organization.
Oh, he walked. He didn't even.
He didn't
It's
even
really.
hesitate.
It's truly.
He got that bunt. He got that bunt down in the final game. Got the first. Walked off the field and never came back.
To this day, I was like, you couldn't just run the bases for a half an inning and then go to short and then get taken off the field like everybody else does. What a disaster!
And then he played third base for like a year and a half for the team.
He
after
was the
they-
worst third baseman I've ever seen in my life. It's like all of his baseball abilities got sucked up by playing shortstop, and he had no reaction to play third base. It was oh my god! And he
Well, I
was
mean-
starting third baseman for like 3 years.
Yeah, he like didn't go away. Like we kept thinking he was
it was-
retiring.
The whole of 2016, and then basically all of 17 and 18. He was like the starting third base.
It was like, can you go away, guy?
He just
Like,
never
please leave.
left.
Yeah. And then we went to the most excruciating game for his last game ever.
Did you go to his last game ever?
Yeah, me and Steve and Tommy did. It was the 1-0 win against the Marlins in quadruple innings. We all
What?
waited for David Wright. For David Wright's last.
No, that
Oh,
was David
Vin was
Wright.
there too.
I was there. But
Vin was
the
there.
thing
His
was,
dad was there. Lauren
Jose
was there.
Jose played the next day, so it
Right.
technically
That wasn't
his
Jose.
last game. Yeah, he played the next day,
Right.
and they made it a whole big thing about him. Wait,
Didn't Reyes play like another year?
no, that was it for him.
Did I send you guys the picture of the guy with the yellow dreads that the kid next to me was like?
Yeah,
this
you
was
did.
Jose Reyes. He kept tapping me. He's like, "Are you sure it's not Jose Reyes?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm 100% sure it's not Jose Reyes."
Okay, I'm looking at his baseball reference, and I've never seen this before. I guess he wasn't the starter. His number one position in 2018 was H, which means the thing he did most was pinch hit or pinch run, which I guess makes sense, but I just never have seen it happen before. He played in 110 games, just pinch hitting and pinch running.
After that fiasco.
Oh yeah, later. Yeah.
Uh,
I want to over under how many times have we had this conversation? It's probably 15.
A billion.
About Jose Reyes. Yeah, about I have
is
had
Jose Reyes a Met Hall of Famer?
not
Of course.
yet. Well, I'm
No,
saying
I know not yet, Finn. I meant like eventually.
I thought you
Of
meant
course,
it
it's
would
knowing
Yeah,
the Mets,
100%.
knowing the Mets, they're gonna do David Wright and him together.
They
they're so
definitely
predictable.
well.
I think
Well, they
David.
did Doc
I
and
think.
Darryl together.
You're
think
right,
David
they
gets a
did.
day. I think that the Coens have hit the point
Yeah,
where
David.
you're going to
should get
see
a
5
day.
going in the rafters, and David's getting a day.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I think I said to
Interesting.
you, Vin. It's going to be like the Eli Day, Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame,
Right.
Ring of Honor retirement. Like one day gets it all done instead of
Right.
Because
he only comes in for like 4 hours at a time. So
it has to be right. He only comes in once a year, basically. It's got to be one day. Because they didn't do that for Piazza, but that was when they were still waiting for people to go in the Hall of Fame to retire numbers.
well, he was the only Met Hall of Famer that day.
Correct. It
His
was
Hall
his
of
own
Fame
day.
class
And it was like
the
the end
only
of the
person.
season. Yeah.
Right.
It was like the
last
second
game of
last
the
game
year.
of the
They
year.
put him in the Met Hall of Fame, and that was the end of his day. And then when they retired his number, it was his day. So I don't
Correct.
see it being now that the Coens seem like they're going to do an every other year jersey number type of thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They've been doing.
But we got to chill on the numbers though.
Well, I think this is it. I think we got one more number, and
Outside
that
of David, who else would you put in right now?
No, but my
No, that's
point
what I'm
was
saying.
you had to make up for some history before you put him in.
And you would also have to put Beltran in the Hall of Fame.
See, Reyes can go in with Beltran. You may do an 06 Hall of Fame day where it's like Reyes, Beltran, Delgado can go in that one.
Delgado's not getting in
the Met Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, he didn't play long enough for us, I don't think.
I was just Johan, same thing. It wasn't long enough.
What about Andy?
No.
Nah, one play. I love Andy. Though.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think it's just those three. Beltran, Reyes, right.
From the 06 team?
From the 06 team.
Paul LaDuca with his Saratoga girlfriend has to only out the girlfriend. I'll never forget being at Danny's house on a Friday night and Paul and LaDuca hits a home run and his mother starts yelling at us that we shouldn't be celebrating him because he cheated on his wife with some college girl.
Yeah.
He did.
He's a fucking pig.
But he hit a home run, so it's okay.
Yeah, what do I care?
I don't care what he does off the field. He just hit a shot out of RFK Stadium.
Yeah. RFK Stadium, man. Those are the days.
I've been to that park. I've been to both Washington. I forgot I went to that park, but yeah, I've been to that park.
I think because they've been doing a lot of the year, like the Hall of Fame stuff has been like
one guy per decade.
Right. It was like Fonzie, Ron Darling, and I think John Matlack that one year.
Yeah.
This year it was the announcers, and
Leiter
Hojo.
was you
and
had an
Leiter.
80s guy. You had
Right.
Hojo in the 80s. The 90s guy was Leiter.
And then they had the announcers. So I think honestly,
Well, when Beltran's the manager, it's going to be easier to make him
right. I
the
think
Hall of Fame
next year
next year.
we're up for some 06 guys. I think it might be time.
Would there be anybody else from that early 2000s teams? We gotta get Timo Perez to jump out of center field, and
they put Fonzie in already. They put Leiter in.
I think we're done.
Franco's already in.
Piazza's already in. That's it.
You know what they should do? Invite the taxi driver who drove Dwayne Sanchez to Citi Field and see what happens. Put him on the field.
Keep that guy away from me. Keep that guy away from me. You don't. Ruined. That ruined
06.
I'm not gonna say my life, but it ruined that summer. It 100% ruined that summer.
You know what's interesting? Somebody said that recently, and they're like, "But if that doesn't happen, you don't trade for Oliver Perez in the middle of August."
Yeah, that's a great thing.
But then who pitches game set? What if you're going into game 7 and everybody's hurt? He pitched a hell of a game 7.
So who pitches game? I don't know who pitches game 7.
Right? But I mean, in fairness, that entire playoff, our rotation was John Maine, Oliver Perez, and Steve Traxler, basically.
And Glavine.
Who pitched good? Till the day I die, I'll defend him. He pitched good that season. When everybody else was fucking hurt the whole time. He pitched good that year.
He did. But fuck him.
I remember the final year everybody cared about was how we got Johan and Pedro, and we were going to be great pitching wise. And then, like 3 days later, Pedro's arm fell off.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Let's see who was the next pitcher. I'm looking. Who was the next starting pitcher? You know what? This is kind of new.
And El Duque the leg got destroyed by the drain pipe. That was
correct.
Drainer.
They only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They had like 14. See, when you're getting into the guys who made the other starts, it's Alay Soler, Brian Bannister, Victor Zambrano, whose arm had fallen off already. He had already ran off the field. You know what? The answer might be Mike Pelfrey, to be completely honest.
Aaron Heilman may have gotten a start at that point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was going to say, we're going new school, Darren Oliver bullpen game. Let's roll. I'm ready to go there.
You know what's funny? When you look back at it, Aaron Heilman's the original Seth Lugo.
Yeah, I was literally just about
100%.
The guy wants to be a starter. He becomes a stud bullpen guy, but
he threw
he wants to go back to starting.
7 one-hit innings once. Like it was like a beast of a
remember
start.
that.
Yeah.
Benson was already off the World Series team, right?
He wasn't there yet. That was he was gone. Or was before.
He was gone,
yeah,
right?
he wasn't on the 06 team unless he got traded like before the deadline.
He got traded in the off season,
right,
for John Maine.
That's when she said she would blow the whole team on Howard Stern if she ever caught him cheating.
And they said, "Get the fuck out of here. We want John Maine."
And now that was when she was Mrs. Claus too.
So I have a good
question. That was it, because it was everybody who was Santa Claus was gone.
So I'd like to bring up my current screen right now and I search for Chris Benson. And can you guys figure out what's wrong with this screen right now?
That's definitely not Chris Benson.
Who is that?
Right.
Who is? Yeah. Can you click on that?
No idea, but
there it is.
Otto.
I think that's the guy who took the picture. That's not.
Yeah.
What do we got going on here?
Look at Anna Benson's mugshot.
Yeah, right. Oh boy.
Yeah, no idea. There's not one thing about who that guy is. That guy's just there.
This is just there. Chris Benson was traded for Jorge Julio and John Maine. That's just
Never forget.
Never forget. I fucking love John Maine.
2 hours till Nigeria and Canada, boys.
What sport is that?
Women's World Cup, baby.
God, okay.
Hey,
I can't wait
hit
till we
a-
all wait till the three of us wake up to like that 4 a.m. text message from Tommy about how he just won money on the Women's
The
World Cup.
fact he went golfing at Marine Park Golf Course at 5 a.m. is insane to me.
What
Yeah,
is
but that's
like?
a lot of people golf that early.
You're going to Marine Park to golf at 5 a.m. in the morning?
I don't go to Marine Park in general. I mean,
I don't golf in general.
Yeah,
Don't
me
you-
too.
in fairness,
I
I
don't.
played
You know
golf
what?
a couple of times with my old boss Chef, and it wasn't the worst experiences of
If
my
we're
No,
life.
being
I-
honest,
And
I
it's an
don't-
expensive sport. I would probably do it more if I
you're
knew
right,
like
if it
how
wasn't
to
an
choose a
expensive
club.
sport, right? Also,
That's
I don't
really what it
think
comes down to. Like
Logan Paul will
driving
be
and
very
putting
happy
is
to
easy.
hear about the golfing at 5 a.m.
Driving and
saying.
putting is easy. That's the stuff in between that's
Putting is
Right.
not easy at all.
I mean, it's not, but figuring out what club to use is easy.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, the putter. Thanks.
Figuring that out, that part's easy. It's the
Yeah, I
figuring
don't
out.
have the temperament for golf. But we could ask Snacks next time. Snacks is an avid golfer.
He doesn't have the temperament for it either. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm sure he does.
Apparently,
it,
very good.
I wouldn't be. That's one of those sports that
Snacks isn't good at anything.
That's one of those sports that if someone brings you up on it young, and you
Right.
get a handle on it,
Yeah.
None
of our dads
what
were
you're
into
like,
it.
that's one
My
of those
dad
games
was
you can go
into
to.
it for like a good 6 months, and then it was just like, I got a hernia. I'm never doing this again.
Nope, that's it.
They were talking last week on the fan with Gio. He had a problem with his boat and he couldn't park it, and he got very angry about it. And he said how he took up golf like a couple years ago, and he may actually sell the boat because as much as he loves going out on his boat, it's just so much more relaxing playing golf.
I mean, if it's truly relaxing for you, great.
I mean, it was me, Jeff, and Yash, and we just were drunk, and Yash and I had no idea what we were doing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And Jeff just kept laughing at us and calling us.
If you don't
idiots,
feel the
being
pressure of see, I would do that, but then I feel the pressure of slowing everybody around me.
Yes, I
like
agree
the people behind me, and it's like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I paid pitch and putt once, and I was just like,
we did that too.
There's a 9-hole course at Eisenhower that is obviously isn't the big one, but there's a 9-hole one. I played it, and it was again for like 4 holes. We were having a good time, and then some old guys behind us got annoyed we were taking too long, and it was just me and my other buddy, and I was like, okay, well then I'm done with this. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, when you at 5 a.m. in Marine Park, nobody else is going to be behind you. You don't have to worry about it.
Sure, somebody will be there.
So yeah,
somebody sneaking
what
up
time
on you,
did he what time did he get up to go to Marine Park? Because obviously there's no traffic that time of night, in the morning. But
get him on the.
I don't know, Marine Park. The Bell Parkway, Danny. You never know.
The Bell Parkway has traffic at all times.
Right.
He sent that picture at 6:23, so he was probably up at about 5 a.m.
You know what's funny about that golf course is that's what the golf course my mom's basically played on all the time. That was like. I had like birthday parties over there because like they had like
on the golf,
the mini golf and the mini golf and the driving range. Like
I love mini golf.
That was always fun.
Mini golf, I love. Regular golf,
old Toys R Us now.
I also love doing driving range too. Just hitting the ball.
You know what's great, Danny? I don't know if you probably have gone, but Top Golf.
I unfortunately have never gone, but I want to.
It's a good time.
I know.
The only problem is it's so far out there.
It's not that far. It's like a half hour out.
Yeah, but I'm so that.
I don't. But yeah, you're right.
I mean, I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. I mean, I want. They were supposed to open pre-COVID, and I know a bunch of people that wanted to go, and then they got caught up with COVID, and then they had to delay it even longer.
We went in like April.
So yeah,
it was fun.
There is another team in baseball in New York.
Losers, last place. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be. Who would be in last place?
I bet you that wasn't on the bingo. I bet you that was not on the bingo board at the beginning of the season. Yankees in last place before Mets.
Nope. I mean, I did okay.
Or do we have what's his name problem with Rondon, AJ Burnett problem?
What's an AJ Burnett problem?
Wasn't AJ Burnett a hothead in the Bronx when he was bad?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking more Randy Johnson. He threw the camera guy down.
The
That
minute
was
he
before
walked
he even
into
got his jersey on.
Yeah, he didn't even start. Yeah. AJ Burnett
I
was
was
a bit of a
walking to his
psychopath.
press conference.
Yep.
Well, Jack McDowell did flip the bird to Yankee Stadium in '95.
What? That's right up there with Pete Harnish. Danny, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
As I'm sure it is fun for people who don't like the Mets to listen to us complain. Listen to Yankee fans complain about these losses are fun. It's fun.
Oh, I know. I'm so mad at the Mets, man. Can you
It's-
imagine the fun we would have?
Can you imagine if we were just like moderately in a playoff race? It would be so much fun. But the other
sad
day,
thing is we have a worse record than them, but
I know.
thankfully for the Nets.
like the other day, okay, so this was on Talking Yanks. Aaron Boone said in his press conference that he wants people to be authentic after Tommy Kahnle, I think, blew up in the bullpen.
Yeah.
No, he blew up in the dugout.
Oh, in the dugout, sorry. You're not you manage the Yankees who aren't allowed to have facial hair. You're not allowed to say be authentic. That's just not a thing you can say. The Islanders have this. The Islanders can't say be authentic. The minute you walk in the door, you're part of a thing now. So
The
there's
other
no
thing, and
authentic.
it goes back. I meant to bring this up with Buck. Is like the Yankees. I don't think have one either. It's like all these teams have these home run celebrations. Like like the White Sox have their mafia jacket thing. I noticed in the dugout.
I don't even.
They kind of look like the Angels have the hat.
Yeah, it
the
was
Kung Fu Fighter guy hat. The
Mariners.
the Mariners
The
got
Mariners
the
with the trident. That thing is sick.
So like the Mets and Yankees don't have anything. Like, why can't we have fun?
Like you don't even have to be good. Like remember the
car wash?
I was saying the car wash in 2014. That team was not good. I mean, they were pretty good. They were like they had a winning record, but like that was fun.
Like, yeah, salt and pepper was like the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, but that was fun.
Salt and pepper. They were just making jerk off symbols, and we just went along with it. Fuck you, Todd Frazier.
They have a thing like they do this thing with their hands on the bases.
Or something. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know. They all do it.
Yeah, I gave up trying to figure out what he was doing when he did this. He
just kind of looks like a doof. But anyway.
Shocking.
Probably Pete came up with it. But anyway.
Oh, sure. Pete has like a weird humming problem. Glad that stopped.
A what? Oh, a humping problem, yeah. He was... When Alvarez hit the home run, the first one he hit on Tuesday, he was about to... that's the thing. Steven, you mentioned it. He was like tackling somebody who I didn't know who it was. It was Harakinski. It was Harakinski.
I was like,
he was like tackling him.
Ribbing. And then they mentioned Harakinski's on the team.
I was like, that guy's fucking huge. Who is that? Harakinski.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you he was the hitting coach.
I had no idea. Once it wasn't Chavez, I was like, I don't. Whatever. It's still Chavez.
I forgot Chavez. Well, Chavez
he's the bench
is
coach.
The bench coach. So now he's not like he's like the hitting coach, but not really.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's still there, so it's like it's just still Chavez.
You know what's funny? They should have brought Hinsky a couple years ago when Pete made up that fake guy on Twitter because that would have been the perfect guy.
He made up Harakinski.
Donnie Diesel.
Yeah, he made up Harakinski.
But like you said, there's these teams just like they don't have fun and like. But Rondon blowing kisses to the Yankee fans after getting blown up.
I mean, that's also not why the Yankees are losing.
Thankfully, that wasn't in the Bronx.
Excuse me, but it's up there as to why they're losing because I mean, they just can't score. It's ridiculous how bad it is.
Yeah, it's just like, who has it worse? It's, with the Yankees, it's just like, I saw something. How much longer until Don Mattingly runs that team?
Oh, I saw that too.
Nope.
Ben's like, nope.
Sorry, I had some in my throat. I think it's water. That's their Wally Backman. You can't. They can't just go to Don Mattingly. I've seen him manage. He got outmanaged by Terry Collins. He stinks.
I've never seen Vin argue something so quickly in my life.
You sit there. You watch a 2015 series. He got outmanaged by Terry Collins.
Yeah,
That's a bad sign. Joe
You know, he
Madden
works
didn't
for like
have
the Blue Jays now.
yes,
Mattingly?
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
in the
He's
Blue
like the
Jays?
pitching, the bench coach, I think.
I think he's their bench coach right now.
Oh God. Well, they stink too, so that's not a surprise.
No, you know who stinks on that team?
All of them.
Biggio.
I mean, he's. It's weird because he was the first one of the sons of the players to come up. So it was
And
like,
he was good when
maybe
he first came up.
right. He had like a decent start, and then the other two came up behind him, and I was like, oh, well, you stink.
Yeah, in November he was announced as the bench coach.
Oh, he's the bench coach.
He's the bench coach for the Blue Jays.
Got it. Who stink?
He also apparently managed the MLB All-Star team at the 2018 MLB Japan All-Star Series.
Okay,
Okie dokie.
I didn't.
So when that shows up in the
That's
immaculate,
right. And that shows up in the immaculate grid. That's a NBA.
managed,
That's like Carmelo taunting his gold medals. That's what that is.
I kind of want to look this thing up right now.
I really don't. I just want to look at how bad the Blue Jays are. They're actually pretty good. They're 54-43, which is a second wild card. Good enough for a second wild card. But I'll just never get
November
over
8th to 15th.
them not being good last year.
So from November 8th to November 15th of 2018,
Okay.
the Samurai Japan team faced a bunch of MLB All-Stars in 6 games.
I have a surprise for you. Those weren't all stars.
I didn't get to the roster yet. But anyway,
I know
Yachty
that
was
they
on
weren't.
it.
I'm almost positive that
Okay, I'm
at
going to go
some
through the
point,
roster in a minute. But the Japan team went 5-1.
not again. I don't know how many times they've done this. Lucas Duda was on one of these teams at one time. 100%. It might be that one. Or they might have done it.
So on this
earlier.
baseball team, the coaches were, get ready for this one.
I'm ready.
Mattingly was the manager. Henry Blanco was the coach.
Oh,
Freddie Gonzalez,
my guy.
Edgar Martinez, Hideki Matsui. We're all coaches for this team.
Okay.
Now, some of the pitchers, Colin McHugh was on this team.
Okay.
That's basically the only pitcher that of note on this whole roster. Kirby Yates. Their catchers were Yachty, Robinson Chiros, and JT.
Okay.
So that's not bad. Now, ready? Outfielders. Jesus Christ, 2018. Team should have been better. Acuna Jr., Iqua Hernandez, Hoskins, Kevin Pillar, Soto were outfielders. Now, if you're Vincent, I know you're ready for this.
I'm ready.
Whit Merrifield, Carlos Santana, Eduardo Sanchez, Chris Taylor, and at shortstop, number 1 from your New York Mets,
Jose. Wait.
Ahmed Rosario.
I'm looking at the 2014 roster. Lucas Duda is in the outfield with Dexter Fowler, Chris Carter, not the animal Chris Carter, the other Chris Carter, and Puig. That's the 2014 team with Lucas Duda. So, like I said, Lucas Duda.
Right. All right. I gotta wrap it up.
You can't talk about the 2014 MLB Japan All-Star Series?
Yeah, no. This
Led
is
by
already
Terry
called
Francona?
tonight. What?
At least they had a manager though. Actually
Yeah,
won
Terry
something in that
Francona.
one.
No, I'm sorry. John Farrell was the manager, but Francona was one of the coaches. This team had no
No,
pitching, though.
Vay.
That's the problem. Chris Capio. Jerry Blevins, my guy. All right, this is a good team. Tommy Hunter. All right,
Tommy
well,
Hunter. He was probably
we'll
so
get
drunk.
into this later.
With that being said, we will be back after the MLB All-Star game, getting ready for football
MLB All-Star
season.
game.
Trade deadline. I don't even know what month we're in anymore. We're talking about 2014 Japanese All-Star Series.
Yeah.
Featuring Lucas Duda.
Did we at least win more than one game in that year, Vin?
Hold on.
Because Med Rosario only won one game.
Med Rosario only won one game. 2014, we lost 3-2, so they beat us in 5 games. I bet it was best of 5. They beat us in 5. So,
well, with that being said, enjoy your evening, everybody. We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.